Hello everybody, it's Adam here from Pause Games, and today we are going to count down my top 10 things that I've noticed in the brand new Planet Coaster 2 trailer. I thought this is probably the best way of doing it, as loads of other people out there have done in-depth looks at this trailer and all that kind of stuff. So here is my top 10 of new features and just things that I've noticed in the Planet Coaster 2 trailer that was released a few days ago. Okay, so let's jump in straight away to number 10 in my list, which is new theming. So as you can see through the screenshots and the videos that I'm going to accompany this video with, loads of new theming pieces can already be seen as part of this small trailer. So alongside this trailer, more information has been released alongside this. The 4 new themes that are coming with Planet Coaster 2 are Mythological, Resort, Aquatic, and Viking, as well as the original Planco theme, which is probably going to reuse a lot of stuff from the first game. So those are the new themes that are coming in this game. In this trailer specifically, you can see a little bit of the nautical theming. There's also a little bit of, I assume, aquatic, with the sort of floral elements that kind of looks like the sort of water parky themes, with the sort of tiki elements, kind of the stuff that they've been obviously inspired by Volcano Bay in Florida. And you see that in the background of some of these shots. So yeah, new theming coming to the game is very exciting. Number 9 in the list is water slides. Now this is just something that's going to give us a new element to the game that we've not had before. Well, certainly not since Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So the fact that we are getting water slides of various different types is going to be very, very exciting, and gives us something else to do in this game other than just spamming down flat rides and coasters. So yeah, water slides being in this game is going to be very, very fun. Number 8 on the list is actually something very subtle, but there's a little bit in the trailer where the camera pans out of the water, sort of shows a pool area. It's the bit on the screen right now, and there's a lovely effect of when the camera comes out the water, where the drips come down. Now, I'm led to believe that this is an in-game effect. Apparently, this is what happens in-game when you come out of the water in the camera. It's not just a pre-rendered thing. So that makes me very excited, and that's why it's made it onto the list. Number 7 is balloons, blimps, kites, whatever you want to call them. There's various points throughout the video where you can see these in the skyline. Seems to be just generic things that look like animals. I think there's been some crabs, some stingrays, there's a shark or a dolphin, palm trees. So there's various different things floating about in the air, which again, a new element. Around the flat ride, there is what looks like some jellyfish. Don't know if they're theming pieces or kites, I'm not sure, but the fact that these are going to be in the game, again, gives a bit of height to the parks, and gives hopefully a bit of kinetic energy if they're going to be slightly moving and swaying, which I imagine they will be doing. Number 6 on the list is new buildings / facilities. So a couple of the things you can see in this trailer is what looks like a swimwear shop or a changing room, which is very exciting. So I assume this is where the guests will go to sort of switch between park guest and water park guest. So that's exciting, that's good. Another thing that I've noticed from looking at the trailer footage, the doorways into the hotel, which I assume is a hotel, look different to me than the original Planet Coaster one. So my guess is they've probably reworked how hotels are managed in this game, which is quite exciting because they were a late addition in Planet Coaster. So if they've managed to play around with that a little bit, great. And I'm sure there's other things still to come. But the fact that we know from straight off the bat from this trailer we are getting new facilities is wonderful. And number 5 on my list, new rides and coasters. So we can only see a few of those in this trailer, but I think it goes without saying we are going to get a whole host of new rides and coasters, and hopefully different types of rides as well in this game, to sort of expand it outside the box of just flat ride and coaster. If we could have more things that kind of fall into the attraction aspect, so walkthroughs, horror scare, attraction houses, mazes, them sort of things would be brilliant. I mean, obviously that's going into the speculation area, which we'll do in another video. But yeah, the fact we definitely know we're getting new rides and coasters in this is very, very exciting. I can't wait to see what other rides and coasters are being added. Okay, number 4, kind of jumping on the back of the last point. Not only are we getting new rides and coasters in this new game, we can customize them no end. So instead of just putting theming around, we can now add theming to flat rides and coasters that will interact and animate with the rides. This is something that I kind of always wanted in the first game. My idea was always sort of more of a theming platform that was like an animatronic platform that could rise, fall, that you could animate, that whatever you put on it would animate with. So in my idea was so you could basically use this platform to turn any item in the game into an animatronic. So this solution that they've used for the flat rides and the coasters does kind of lend itself to that. So fingers crossed we can also do something similar with some kind of moving platform as well. But regardless, the fact that we can now add theming to flat rides and coaster trains is very, very exciting, and it kind of gives a whole new level of customization to every aspect of this game. Number 3 on my list is new characters. Now, this is a little subtle thing, but it gives, again, the parks some kinetic energy. And going to some of the big parks around the world, the Disneys, the Universals, the kind of places which are really big family parks, a massive part of that experience of going to these places is to see characters, and again gives a little bit of kinetic energy around the pathways, the areas, and just gives something else to do other than rides. So the fact that we've already met a brand new character in this trailer hopefully means we're going to get a few more as well. So yeah, wonderful, great to see new characters. Number 2 on the list. Now this is something which has been mentioned in the press release and mentioned by the guys that were lucky enough to see the demo a few weeks ago. Pathing enhancements have been made in this new version. You can only see kind of a little bit of this in the trailer, albeit not in real time, but you can see that the paths now seem to be a bit more of like a fill area rather than the spline based system where it was before. So from my understanding, this new pathing system, you can basically just do any shape in any area, fill the gaps, and the peeps will just know where to go, from my understanding. Obviously, hopefully we'll get more information on that soon, but the fact that we're moved away from the original quite limiting pathing tool is very exciting, and definitely something which I think everybody has been crying out for. Okay, number 1 on the list, and I think this one goes without saying, pools and water parks have finally made it back into a theme park simulation game after, what has it been, 18 years since Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 soaked? It's been a long, long while, and I know it's been a massively requested feature from the original Planet Coaster for a long time, and I know it's something that I'm really passionate about and can't wait to start building water parks. For those that don't know, I actually work in a water park. I manage one in the UK, so that's something which is quite close to home, and hopefully my expertise in that area can lend itself to building quite a realistic water park. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. So that's why that's made it to number 1 on the list, because it's a big feature and it's something which I think a lot of people are going to be very, very much looking forward to starting to get their teeth into when this game releases later on in the year. So there we go, that's my top 10 things that I've noticed from the brand new Planet Coaster 2 trailer. There's loads of other bits and pieces in there. Like there's different bits of wall deco. I noticed a few new bits of lighting. There's a few shots where you can see a different theming pieces from the various themes, posters, billboards, that sort of thing. So there's loads of other things in this trailer which we could have been here. We could probably do a top 50 of things really, but I wanted to keep it just nice and short and concise and just go through the top 10 things that I'm most looking forward to. Let me know down below if there's anything that you think I've missed in my top 10. Is your top 10 different? Do you have other things that you've noticed that you are even more excited for? But let me know down below, and if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of the latest Planet Coaster 2 content, information, footage, news, all that good stuff as we get closer and closer to that fall 2024 launch date. Alright guys, thank you ever so much. See you in the next one, guys.